You can just open up, your phone and you can tell what's in fashion. I mean, you can see even with the likes of Sydney Sweeney now, everyone's talking about Sydney Sweeney.
I was so underweight that I couldn't find clothes.
Right. Well, men are very visual. There's no doubt about it. They're first and foremost visual. Men are all visual creatures. The excuse that people use is, "Oh, I don't know how to lose it." Go online. It's all there. Just follow a few people. That's how.
Do men really prefer very skinny woman, or is that a social media idea?
I think it's
I have been overweight. I have been underweight.
Okay, where's this going?
So I would like to discuss today with you about the new skinny trend being back.
It's always a good idea to talk about weight and fitness with your girlfriend. Really clever. And we're going to do it on YouTube. This is going to be fun.
That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, tune in to see me being killed. Okay, here we go. I've got to be very careful with my words. That's what we're talking about today. Weight. Fitness.
Yes, because I have been underweight when I was a teenager, and I wasn't comfortable. I was feeling invisible.
Okay.
And then I had the period where I had overweight.
Okay.
And in my country, when you're overweight,
in Bulgaria,
my friends, I would say one friend, and my family maybe sometimes, they were telling me, look at yourself, look at your belly.
Oh, wow,
and I was quite like skinny by Irish standards.
Right, I get you. Well, Bulgaria does have Bulgarian people are quite into their fitness. And as well, they've got the weather in the summer, so they want to look good in their tank tops and their short skirts and stuff like that.
Yes, my idea is like I never felt comfortable in my
so that's what.
So I would like to talk about the new trend and why the woman feel pressured to adapt to the new trend now.
Okay.
The new trend is being skinny. I would like to be skinny again.
Okay, so we're going to talk about weight, everybody. We got there in the end.
Yes.
This is going to get me in trouble. Well, actually, that's a great thing to talk about. So shoot. What's your question?
Okay, my first question is, you have been overweight before. How did you affect your confidence?
Was I? That's news to me. Thanks for letting me know. No, I'm only joking. So weight, yeah. Okay, so... Okay, where do I start? It's a struggle for everybody, I think, what they put into their body and how they look. People want to, look good, I suppose. And there is fashion trends to fitness, for sure. I mean, skinny was very, very big in the 90s and the early noughties, and then it sort of turned more into fitness. It was more about being the right weight and strong. And so tastes change, and, with the decades, it changes as it goes. I suppose back in the 50s and 60s, there was less of an importance put on skinniness, and I suppose voluptuous was a thing. Like Marilyn Monroe was the pin-up in the 50s, and she wasn't like bone skinny. She wasn't like Kate Moss.
Curvy.
Yeah, so then we get into the 80s and 90s with the Cindy Crawfords and the Naomi Campbells, and it's all about, skinny is everything. What was it Kate Moss said? Skinny feels better than...
Then the food tastes.
Something like that. Yeah. Skinny tastes better than whatever food. You know the saying. So yeah, it's always been a thing. And I suppose more recently in modern times, it's become more of a male thing as well, because males never really used to care in the 80s and 90s really about how they looked. Just once that they fitted into their clothes and they were presentable in a way, it was fine. There was far less pressure on men to look skinny, back then. And even now today, there's still a decent amount less of pressure than there is for women. But that doesn't say that men aren't obsessed with their fitness now. I mean, we see it all the time with the bro culture. Protein this, protein that, lifting this, what are you lifting? Gyms are huge. People aren't going to the pub anymore. They're all going to the gym. So there's a whole new kind of outlook on what fitness is and what a healthy weight is as well. So, I mean, I was very overweight when I was younger, and I'm sure we're going to get to that in a minute.
Yes, that's my first question.
You're going to look, okay. So what's the question?
Let's get back to you. How did this affect your confidence?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I was a very overweight kid. We lived in America, and whilst my mum cooked lovely, nutritious home-cooked meals, she's a fabulous cook, she had no control over what I was doing outside of the home. So when I was in school, we were getting pizza vouchers and soft drinks. There was a soft drink dispenser in my school. There was a few of them actually.
Wow.
Yeah, you could get like full fat sugary drinks all day. And the canteen would be serving things like pizza and French fries. And so I was eating all this crap. And then I was coming home to a healthy dinner, and then we'd be allowed a snack in the evening. So my mum just noticed me getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And she couldn't really figure out why, because we had come from Ireland where there wasn't any of that stuff in the schools. So when she figured it out, she was like, "Oh no, I've got a little pumpkin for a child now." I was particularly overweight, so we moved back to Ireland, and then into my teenage years, I maintained the weight. I was committed, if not anything, to staying pretty fat. So it was pretty huge. But then I got to 16, and my friends were, kissing girls and stuff like that. I actually remember there was a game of spin the bottle happening in my local area when I was growing up, and the other kids wouldn't let me play because
That was the
they didn't want to
sign for
kiss
you?
me. It was I think it was yeah. When I think back, it was a big thing. They were all sitting down to play spin the bottle, so they could do the little kiss with each other and everything. And all the girls were like, "No, Gary, you're not playing." And I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
god." I was like, "That's horrible,"
yes.
but it did me a favor
Hmm,
because
hmm.
then from about 16 onwards, I was obsessed with getting fit and getting skinny and everything. But like, I'm sure we'll get to this as well. Back then, everybody thought the way to get skinny was completely different than what we know now. So
Hmm,
I was told to cut out fat. That's what I was told.
hmm.
Don't eat any fat. So that was eliminating butter and eggs and pastas, um, burgers, cheeses, anything that was deemed unhealthy. It was like, don't eat that. So I was just drinking like clear chicken broth, and I was eating like potato on its own
Oh,
with
you
no
had a
butter.
serious diet.
Oh, I just went straight in. Well, but I didn't realize I was doing a lot of it. A lot of the stuff I was doing was right, because now we know that the best way to lose weight is to have a calorie deficit.
Hmm,
So it's what you put into your body versus what you burn,
hmm,
and what your body handles itself and what you do on top of that. You get into a calorie deficit and you lose weight. But back then it was like, cut down on fat and it'll work. And it does work, but it only works because within that kind of process, you're doing that without knowing it. You're getting
hmm,
rid of calories without knowing it,
hmm.
but it's the wrong path to take. So yeah, that was it. And all through my 20s, I was in decent shape. In my 30s, I was in decent shape. And as I've gotten a bit older, I sort of go up and down. You've noticed it with
Yeah, you
me.
can control it though.
Yeah, I do control it. Like I lose it. Like, okay, so 6 months you'll be watching this channel. Hopefully, and we would like that. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. But if you are watching in 6 months, you'll see the difference in me, because I go up in the winter because I love food and I love comfort and I love getting cozy and eating crap and just enjoying myself. But the rubber hits the road in February, March. So I'm back in the gym, ready to rock now for the summer, because
For
we're
the
going to go away
summer.
on holidays,
Hmm.
and I want to get rid of the little bit of winter weight that I put on. So that's how I deal with it now. It goes up and down and up and down. And I'm also very conscious of the fact that I'm 45. And that this whole idea of going up and down all the time works. Yeah, it works until your metabolism completely changes and almost atrophies when you get older. So it becomes harder and harder every time to lose that weight in that cycle. But
Yeah.
overall, I think I'm okay. Although sometimes I watch these videos back and I go, "Oh my god, you're getting a bit pudgy there, Gary. Maybe lay off the donuts."
And did your weight change how you acted socially?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It totally changes everything. When I was overweight as a kid, all my friends were not overweight, and they were, we'd go to the beach or to the swimming pool. They take off their t-shirt. They didn't care. I was always wearing a t-shirt. Sometimes I'd wear two. I'd wear a long sleeve t-shirt and a t-shirt on top of it, because I was so paranoid about my body. And I had, like, man boobs, as they say. I still do. It's just part of my biology, but they're less pronounced than they were when you were a teenager. You're obsessed with this. You're like, oh my God, I've got boobs. It's not. It's just, get to the gym, do a bit of chest work, and you'll be grand. It's just being out of shape, really. But yeah, it changed how I was in school. I felt different. We would buy my uniform. My uniform was always a little bit bigger than everyone else's. It was always a little harder to get my pants. It was always a little harder to get my shoes. And if anyone's watching in America, they're wondering why I was wearing a uniform, all the schools in Ireland, and the schools in America too, we have a uniform, so everyone has to wear the same thing. It would be a lot easier for other people to wear the same thing, but I stood out because I was much bigger. Shirt, tie, big jumper, big pants, was not flattering at all. And I was a big guy anyway, like, because I'm 6'1". My brother's 6'4". He's even bigger. So you feel awkward, you feel different, and you see the skinny guys getting the girls and stuff like that. But that was my main motivation when I was a teenager, was to get girls. I was like, I'm not going to get girls like this, so
Hmm.
I got to do something about it,
Hmm.
and it worked.
Okay. Do men feel body trends like women do? I believe it's not the same.
They
Is
do
it
now.
not?
Are we looking at my microphone? What was it?
The man feels the same pressure as the woman for trends.
Yeah, I think now they do. I mean, I can't speak for the new generation coming up, but I see what they see. And all they see is perfection on social media. Everybody's ripped. I mean, when I was coming up, the only people that were ripped were Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. It was like, it was so completely foreign that it was like, I could never be like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But now you can, because all the information is out there. There's no excuse actually nowadays not to. Yeah, I mean, you can become, big, but and it happens to anybody. It happens to me every winter. It can happen to you. It can happen to anyone. You can get big by sort of by accident, by almost osmosis in modern living, and But the excuse that people use is, "Oh, I don't know how to lose it." Go online. It's all there. Just follow a few people.
You have
All
access.
the information is there. What you should do in the gym. All these things that stopped people 20 years ago from pursuing a fitness journey, where they'd be like, I don't know where to start when it comes to gyms. I don't know where it starts when it comes to supplements. I don't know where it starts when it comes to diet. All that stuff has been solved now. Just sit down on your computer and look it up. It's all there. All the information.
Especially with ChatGPT, it can be your personal trainer.
Well, now we've got AI. I mean, I'm talking about social media, but absolutely with AI now, you've got a personal trainer in your pocket. Put in your BMI and all that stuff. It'll give you all the diet you need and all the fitness planning you need.
Better than a human, maybe.
Probably better than a human and a lot cheaper. But no, look, it's important, for your health. It's important for a lot of reasons, for your mental health as well. Because believe me, as somebody who was very overweight in their teenage years, it really, really gets you down, And it's hard enough being a teenager without being heavy.
I was totally the opposite. I was so underweight that I couldn't find clothes.
Right.
Like they were thinking I'm a child.
Right.
Like until 17, 18, no one was looking at me.
Wow.
I was so invisible, I was a child.
I suppose they're extremes. And of course, when you're a child or a teenager, you feel different anyway, because you think everybody else is, doing it better than you are.
I was wearing the same clothes, oversized, because I wanted to hide how skinny I am.
Yeah.
I wish I was skinny now.
Yeah, you are skinny now. And that's a point I want to raise, but I'll see what questions you make.
Okay, let's keep going. We're going to get there.
I want to see if you bring it up.
When you look at a woman, what matters more, body shape or energy?
Oh, God. I'm going to plead the fifth on this because I'm just going to get in trouble with whatever answer I give.
No, just be honest.
Well, I mean,
just
look,
be yourself.
obviously-
I want you to just say first in general what men think and then what you think.
Well, men are
You
very
know?
visual. There's no doubt about it. They're first and foremost visual. Men are all visual creatures. So what you see is your first impression of, say, a girl. If you're into girls and you're looking for a girl, what your eyes are telling you what you want. But then you have to get to know them, and then you have to start a relationship or whatever it is, hook up or whatever it is, and you sort of have to get on. It's not always. You don't always have to get on. It depends on what you're looking for, if you know what I mean. But yeah, first the visual is the most important.
So
and then it's a vibe check, and then it's a personality check and everything. So of course it's important. Presentation is important. It doesn't matter what bells and whistles you put on it in the modern world, and it's not right, and people should be judged on the content of their character. Yeah, whatever. People still have eyes, and you're still attracted. The first attraction is visual. When it comes to partner seeking.
Do men really prefer very skinny woman, or is that a social media idea?
I think it's a societal idea. So we talked earlier on about the kind of changing trends. So you've got back in the 80s and 90s, skinny was the whole thing. Back in the 50s, voluptuous, and it changes now. It was a bit muscly in the last decade. So there's different kind of stages and different kind of times when certain things are in fashion and certain things are out of fashion. It's up to people's individual tastes. I forgot the question. I was off on a tangent there. What was the actual question?
If men prefer a skinny woman.
Yeah, well, see, that's that. So I've answered the question. It depends on the time. You're programmed, I suppose, by society. But of course, people have tastes, and people like, a more normal, I suppose, physique. They're attracted to that. Or maybe some people are attracted to, obese. People have different
Yeah, yeah, I
things.
know, man, that they like more curvy.
They like curvy, they
Mm.
like voluptuous, they like skinny. They like there's a
Mm.
person for everybody out there. But I think overwhelmingly society, you can just open up, your phone and you can tell what's in fashion. I
Mm.
mean, you can see even with the likes of Sydney Sweeney now, everyone's talking about Sydney Sweeney. And, she's got, assets
Mm.
that
She's not skinny.
no, but she's
She's
got
not.
assets,
Yes,
right?
yes.
If you know what I mean, that weren't in fashion 10 years ago.
Mm.
People, so that the whole look of, I suppose, the
So
big
she's
boobs.
not trending now then. She doesn't
She,
have the trending body at the moment.
no, but see, that's what I mean. Society is shifting in that direction. So young guys all fancy Sydney Sweeney, and she's got, big boobs. Let's call it what it is. So big boobs are clearly back in fashion because they sort of went out of fashion a bit. So it just changes with every generation that comes along, what they're looking for and what they're into. Like Sydney Sweeney wouldn't have been such a kind of runaway success, probably, I'd say 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm. But I thought now is trending the skinny.
Skinny's coming back in. But see, this is it. It all changes. Skinny is coming back in. And Sydney Sweeney is skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But along with that, she's got big boobs.
But she's not skinny as
I'm turning into a pervert here. I've said big boobs 3 times.
Yes, I
The
understand.
point I'm trying to make is really simple, and she's making it much harder for me
No,
on purpose to
no,
hang
no.
me.
Like my understanding of skinny is different than your understanding, and I'm trying to like separate it because for me, skinny is like a Friends Monica from Friends.
Right.
Like she is to me like skinny.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Like
And that
Sydney.
is coming back in. That is coming back. It's like bootcut jeans.
Yes.
This is all very shallow, but very obvious in the world that you're looking at right now. So yes, the Monica type is coming back in, but so are big boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's changing,
they're not
you
all
mean.
exclusive. It's
Yeah.
always changing.
Mm.
So men go for certain things. Like if you look at Sydney Sweeney in 2025, and you know that young men absolutely think she's the bee's knees. But you ask a young man who's the bee's knees in 1995, it's Sidney Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy
Yeah.
Crawford. So, skinny, small boobs. Now it's skinny, big boobs. It's always changing. It's always evolving.
Mm.
And that's just the truth of it. And with men are really, really curious about what women want from men. Because you always see these kind of studies where women quite like a belly on a man. They don't really like the 6-pack.
Mm.
I mean, in my life,
I don't like fit man.
You see, there you go.
I just don't like.
I've met millions of girls over the years, and they all say the same thing. There's no interest in 6-pack.
Mm.
They've no interest in that. What men think women want is not what women want. So the dad bod, that's really, really famous as well. But there's girls out there that like a chisel guy, and that's why all the men are running after that, the muscles and everything. What's the new thing? Looks maxing. That's the big thing. See, I keep up with these kids. Looks maxing, and it's all about perfection, and the guy having the perfect teeth and the perfect symmetry on his face and the perfect hair and the perfect clothes and the perfect physique. And I was like, and any girls I've talked to are like, they don't want the guy in the bathroom longer than them. They don't want more aftershave in the house than perfume. So look, it's all these things. What I'm just saying is that taste change as decades change, and it'll change again. And like I saw over the last 10 years a sort of a new obsession with girls with muscles. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that was not what men wanted, or that was deemed beautiful. And that's changed. And I think, that's modern society for a lot of things, is that there's millions of different types of things from millions of different people. You can get what you want if you look for it. I'm just talking about overall trends. And Sydney Sweeney's a good person to talk about.
When I say I feel fat, what do you actually see?
Oh, I think it's so ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous.
Because everyone can say that. Everyone can say, I am fat. Like, the girls are always saying that.
There's more fat in a 2-liter bottle of semi-skimmed milk than there is in your entire body. Like, it's unbelievable. I actually have the remnants of 4 donuts right now that I had last night. She just sits around a little bit of dark chocolate because it's good for her blood. I mean, give me a break here. We are not the same person.
I just want to clarify something, okay? Let me clarify something. When we met, I was very skinny.
You still are.
I was very skinny when we met.
Yeah. You
And
still
now
are.
I'm more stronger.
I was carrying a bit of COVID weight. Just a little bit.
So you don't actually
think, remember I said earlier on that I go up a little bit of the winter? Yeah, I'd gone through 3 winters at that stage. I don't know what was going on. But I lost it.
I forgot what I was going to say. The thing is that the women feel like bigger, especially, I don't know, like when they are hormonal and stuff. Like, do you see the difference? Like, if man sees the difference?
No, we don't see it.
You don't see any
We don't
difference.
see it. Please, if you're a guy watching this video, let us know in the comments if you see it, because you've got some eyesight if you do. No, we don't see it. I mean, I feel bloated some days. I feel uncomfortable, and so I understand the feeling, but no, you can't see it. It's something you feel. It's not something you see.
Do you think women are too hard on themselves about weight?
Yes. I think everybody's a bit hard on themselves about weight, men and women, nowadays. I mean, it's important, for sure. And you do feel better when you're in shape. There's no doubt about it. It's better for your brain, it's better for your body, it's better for your skin. It's, a good diet and a good lifestyle is good for you. So it's definitely something you should want to do. But beating yourself up over it is just a bit much. Just go for a walk or something. I mean, in one period when I was younger, I lost a lot of weight walking. I think walking is very underestimated. People have gotten used to their cars, and people have gotten used to convenience, delivery, everything. They don't walk anywhere. They work from home. They get food delivered. They get their shopping delivered. They could literally stay in the house for 5 days and they don't have to leave. So movement and all that is important. But yeah, you're too hard on yourself. I mean, like, look, this is not going for you, but fix it, because you will feel better.
What makes a woman attractive to you beyond her body?
Well, it gets to a point where it doesn't matter, the body and all that kind of stuff, when you actually get to know someone. I'm just talking about initial visuals. I mean, if anyone's honest about it, you see things first with your eyes. So the attraction starts there. But past that, it's all about who you are and how you vibe and how you get on and how you can click into each other's lives and not take over each other's lives and all that kind of stuff. So it becomes far less about that. I mean, honestly, you could put on 3 stone and I wouldn't change my opinion of you. I'd love you exactly the same way.
No.
Yeah, but it's true though. Like, I would, And I mean, if you wanted me to, help you by going for walks and stuff, if you wanted to lose it, I'd help you. But it's not going to change how I feel about you. Do
you want to say if there are?
I'm sure if I put on a lot of weight, you'd tell me, and it would change how you feel about me. She'd be like, I can't be with this guy. He sits around all day. He's got the belly.
You, if we have like teenagers that are watching us, like 16, 15 years old, would you like, or maybe to a younger Gary, what message would you tell to a younger Gary?
Oh, you're perfect, Gary. You're perfect. Don't let the haters get you down. No, I'd say do what you did. Just do that. Go walking. Watch what you eat. I'd say don't drink so much chicken broth. There's no need for all that chicken noodle broth stuff. But that's what I'd say. You'll feel better. You always feel better, if you're in shape and fit. I think that's the important distinction, though. Like, being in shape and being fit are more important than being skinny. Skinny sounds hard. It sounds harsh. It sounds like torture, because that's what it is. I mean, you're depriving your body of essential nutrients. So, it's not good for you. Some people are naturally skinny, and good for them. It's a great way to be. I've met a lot. By the way, I've skinny friends who would love to put on weight and they can't. So everybody's different.
Yes. Yeah.
I just saw on Instagram there that apparently if you think about going to the gym, it's the same as going to the gym. So you psychologically you get yourself into shape if you imagine yourself lifting weights.
So you're burning.
How cool is that?
As much as me, and I go to the gym every day.
Right? How many times a day do I say I need to go to the gym? I've been saying this since Christmas. I always do this in January and February. I just don't go to the gym.
To me,
but I think about it all day.
To me, gym became like something like food, like water. So I don't go to the gym to change my body. I go to the gym. Even sometimes my body hurts if I don't go to the gym. I do it
you're a real gym bunny. You love it.
Yes. It's
but it's not
something
about
that I
fitness.
need now. It's not about like body. It's not about like how I want to look or something like that. It's about something that my brain needs, you know.
No,
Yeah.
you need it. It's like breathing.
Hmm.
You know, it's I think it's for your mental health mostly.
And it's changing. Like for example, when I started training, I started with yoga, then I started with cardio, and then Pilates, and then weights, and everything that you do, your body is different. You know, it depends of what you do, what you train. But I would tell teenager me, eat more and train more.
Eat more and
And
train
it's
more.
okay to be skinny. Just be proud and feel like it's not about how you look. It's about you feel home in your body. You feel like you're at home in your body. I'm so deep.
So deep. You'd also tell young Susie, if you meet Irishman, don't take number. Keep walking. You don't need the hassle in your life.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Find rich Italian man. No French, I don't
No
mind.
Ireland.
No Ireland. No Irishman. Too lazy. Too much butter. You wouldn't change me for the world.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't meet Lily.
You wouldn't have met Lily. Exactly.
Yes.
Lily eats a very strict diet. Lunch, dinner, and nighttime snack.
And she doesn't like
Very high protein.
walks. She's getting excited for the walks, and then she's so excited to come home.
Yeah, they get like their owners. I love going to the gym, but I love leaving the gym. My favorite thing about the gym is doing your workout, and then because we're particularly lucky, we're in a really wonderful gym. It's more like a leisure club. So when you do your workout, then you get to have a dip. So you go down, you have a sauna, a jacuzzi, a steam. You put your feet into the hot water. Oh, it's absolute bliss.
If I tell you, like that, I really enjoy actually just the gym than the spa. I do enjoy the spa, but I go for the gym. I don't go for the spa. If there wasn't spa, I was still gonna go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. The spa makes me go, because then I know that's my reward at the end of it. I don't like the gym. I never did. I think it's just boring. It's fine. You feel it's.
When someone says
it's boring,
for the gym, are you happy 24 hours in your life? Like, are you happy that you can't
No,
give
but I'm
like
happier.
20
No,
minutes
but
to train your body to feel okay?
no, but I'm happier 20 minutes playing Xbox than I am 20 minutes lifting weights. I feel great after it, and I get to have a spa. So I'm well aware that the feeling after is amazing. It's the doing it. It's just boring. It's fine. But you do it because of the reward. That's why I do it anyway. And if anyone's thinking about joining up to a gym or, getting into exercise and all that kind of stuff, just, it's okay to think it's shit, okay? It's okay not to like it. You know the way you see everybody running around like, oh, I'm doing the marathon in March. Like, are you doing it? It's like, oh, no, I'm not doing it. And I was like, oh, it's great. I love getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and running out in the fucking 3 miles. It's like, no, you do you, all right? That sounds like hell to me. It's okay not to like it. But, there's lots of things we don't like doing. We don't like going down to the bank to talk to the bank manager. We don't like paying tax.
Exactly.
You've got to do these things because after you do them, you feel better. Your weight's been lifted off your shoulders. There is a reward at the end of it. So it's worth going through the crap, to get there. That's my take on it. I'm sure lots of people are like Susie and they get up in the morning and they're like, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go for a run, and I'm going to do my yoga. And like, that sounds like a worst day ever for me. But so if you're
I'm living for this.
She lives
like
for
I'm living for this. Literally, I my happiest time is to go very early to bed, just to be closer to the next day, to the next morning.
Yay! No. Oh my God, I've got to go to the gym tomorrow. That's twice this week.
The differences.
I love walking though. You see, that's the thing. I can walk. I could walk for hours. Literally hours. I can walk for miles and miles and miles. It's my favorite exercise. You see, whatever floats your boat. So if you want to go join gym, go join gym. But don't beat yourself up over it. Just enjoy it.
Yes.
The end of it. Is that it?
Yes, we finished. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.
Thanks, guys.